Another disappointing television performance.
Yeah, I think the last couple of games have been really disappointing, and we picked up a bonus point from Lee, and people were pretty positive about that. I wasn't, and I spoke to the players after the game again about his completions and his attitude towards and his respect towards controlling the ball. We didn't have that. And then come up to Featherstone, and again, we're in the game. Wasn't playing particularly well, but we was in the game. Even up to half time, we're only 16-6, and then we talk about it half time. We say, right, let's get out there and sort this out and make sure we complete. And then we rock up at a 40% ball control again. So, I must be talking a different language, or it's just not triggering with the guys at the moment. To put it in a nutshell, after the game I spoke to him, I said, look, we've got to stop digging this hole that we're digging, and hopefully now we've hit rock bottom. We were pretty honest with each other last night, we were pretty physical with each other last night, and I knocked him about and took away all the smiling and happiness of the training, and was tough and conditioned games that when there was poor executed poorly, then we're giving some pain. So hopefully they've picked up with that. They had a good session last night on it. Tonight we'll do exactly the same. And it's just going back to the basics of what we talked about, and looking forward, obviously. What we need to do on Sunday against Hunslet is that we just need to do the simple things, and we need to do them well. And maybe I've given them a rope, and maybe now they've hung themselves. And as I said, we've got to start filling the hole back in. I think that'll start this week. Back to basics, come up with a real positive performance. And again, over the last so many weeks, we haven't been great, but the attitude, the commitment has been there for everybody to see. The effort's there. It's just the smartness isn't at the moment, and you've got to give yourself a chance against any team, not alone. Two of the top teams in the competition. So, all hands on deck. Jason Crooks has got an hernia. It looks like his season's finished prematurely, which is disappointing. So, there's a lot of lads now that need to stand up. People like Corey Hansen need to stand up and be a man, basically, which is capable of, and it's giving people opportunities to stake a claim for the first team from now on.
Does it just show where the club is? That we've only struggled against the top two really this season, haven't we? And Widnes.
Yeah, and we struggled, we weren't completed. And the saying's there: you don't complete, you don't compete. And that's what's happened to us when we've had real strong and real good ball control. There's last win on Sky against Barra. We were rocking up at 80. It was 80% throughout the game, 85 in the first half and 75 in the second half. So we're rocking up at 80%, and you've got a chance of beating them. And if we'd done that in the last few weeks, it don't matter who we're playing, because they can score, they can play the game, they can defend, they've got a good attitude. So we have been disappointed against the good teams, but you look back to what we were like last year, and then we're going to the playoffs, don't we? We beat Barrow, beat Lee, and pushed Halifax, and should have pushed Halifax even closer in the semi-final, basically.
On the road again this weekend?
Not many more. There's two more and then three at home, which is, it's tough, isn't it, when you're playing away as much as you are. There's no continuity for the fans to get into the habit of watching rugby league. But, there's this game against Hunslet, tough game on a postage stamp sort of size pitch. And then we've got to travel up to Barra, and Barra, I watched them the other day, aren't going particularly well, but on their own medium, they're a different team. So then it's all back at home, and we're back at Bramall Lane, which is, where we want to be, and hopefully, finish the season off with three good performances and three good results. And we're playing Batley there, we're playing Featherstone there, we'll finish off with York. So we're capable of winning all these games, and I've no qualms with that, but we need to be a little bit better on the little details.
Any more news on injury? We're a depleted squad last Thursday.
Well, we're having a look. We've got to give Q and Joe Hurst right till probably Friday again this week, because hamstrings get very close and then they break back down. So we're not going to push them. It's quite simple as that. If they're not ready, they won't play, and then somebody will get promoted from within the squad. So. It's looking okay. It's probably looking at 80% chance of playing, not 90 where I'd wanted it. But we'll leave it while Friday. They trained last night. They didn't train with the squad. They went through the paces. They're running at 75-80%. So hopefully tonight will be a little bit more, and building up to Friday. And touch wood. It's a nice table that, by the way. That they will both be back and be fit.